It was one of those quiet days in Rhubarb's garden. A day when, if perhaps the unexpected should turn up, it would be an unexpected pleasure. In other words, there was nothing doing. "Hark!" said Rhubarb as he sat in the shade of the old conker tree reading his favourite newspaper, The Chimes, and raised an ear. 5 to 11, an early cuckoo.
Cuckoo, an early cuckoo. Add it to all the other cuckoos around here,
scoffed Custard as he shuffled his pink mass into a more comfortable spot on the fence. "I must write to the Chimes," Rhubarb was saying quietly to himself when Mouse strolled up. "Mouse, I've heard an early cuckoo. 10:55. I'm writing to the Chimes."
5 minutes early? Oh my, that is early,
said Mouse.
"Cuckoo, told you."
"It strikes me that writing to the Chimes is one's duty," harumphed Rhubarb, and enough was said. The following morning, Rhubarb was thundering through the Chimes to see if they'd printed his letter about the early cuckoo, 5 minutes early, when he was disturbed by a most dreadful noise. As Rhubarb stood up, Mole dug his way into the garden and said something about an earthquake. What followed could only be described as a rogue cuckoo. It smashed through the fence, sent poor old Custard flying, and then stood, large as life, in the middle of the lawn, quivering on its spring. "Mouse, there's what looks like a large cuckoo in the garden, wobbling in the middle of the lawn." "What? No, I'm not seeing things, Mouse. I'm simply phoning to say that we have a large intruder with a spring bottom."
"Cuckoos yesterday, a reckless parrot today,"
Custard muttered as he marched up to Rhubarb and demanded to know what was what. "I was about to find out," said Rhubarb, "but as it broke your daydream and your fence, you can ask it."
"Oi!"
said Custard, being diplomatic.
"What's your game?"
Sorry about your fence. I mistimed me landing. I'm a cuckoo, looking for a job, preferably in a cuckoo clock,"
sniffed the cuckoo.
Do you speak cuckoo?"
inquired Mouse idly as he sidled up behind Custard.
"Cuckoo? Oh, yeah. Cuckoo,"
nodded Custard.
"Me timing's all out,"
blurted the cuckoo.
"By 5 minutes."
It groaned. "Oh, dear," said Rhubarb. "Well, perhaps we could help. Perhaps we could reteach you the time. Mouse here is pretty well up to the minute on timing and stuff. What do you think?"
"Cuckoo,"
said Custard. It seemed like time had stood still as Rhubarb and Mouse waited for an answer from the bird.
"I ain't got nowhere to live neither,"
blurted the cuckoo finally.
"Leapt out of every clock I ever lived in. I can't help it. My spring's too strong," it sniffed. Rhubarb looked terribly sad indeed as the cuckoo wobbled among what was left of the fence and wailed. "Well, look, perhaps you could live in my shed for a while. You could relax, unwind, get adjusted, learn to tell the time, so to say," quipped Rhubarb.
"Cuckoo, cuckoo,"
muttered Custard, and wandered about, picking up splinters of broken fence as he went.
"It's been in there for hours,"
said Custard as a little group of chums sat in the shade of the old conker tree and Mouse scribbled furiously, trying to work out how best to adjust the cuckoo's cuckoo. "We've got to give it time."
"For goodness sake, it's a cuckoo,"
Rhubarb and Custard bantered when Moggy Malone turned up with Poodle Princess. "Ah, there you all are. Hear the cuckoo? Cuckoo!" chirped Moggy, and Poodle Princess made extremely theatrical listening poses. You could have heard a clock tick. "Cuckoo! You didn't hear it?" Moggy went on, and the chums said nothing. "Ah, well," shrugged Moggy. "I wanted the shed for singing and drama, remember?" She smiled and then added a blank look.
There's something in there,"
squeaked Mouse. "Something in there?" Moggy stared while Custard strolled off.
Cuckoo, yeah.
"What did he say?" asked Moggy. "He said cuckoo," Rhubarb explained. "There's a very large cuckoo in my shed and it won't come out." "Why not?"
Because it's not time yet,"
said Mouse. "You're pulling me leg. A cuckoo in Rhubarb's shed won't come out 'cause it's not time. How fantastic. A cuckoo." "Exactly."
"Exactly."
Oh, I've never seen a cuckoo. I'll coax it out, said Moggy excitedly, and she skipped off over the garden and banged on the shed door. Cuckoo! Oh, cuckoo! I'll have an owl puff, darling, offered Poodle Princess. Cuckoo! Don't be shy! I know. Let's pretend it's 4 o'clock. I'll count to 4, then you can come out. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3... Before Moggy could count to 4, the shed door flew off its hinges, the cuckoo zoomed past her, and with one mighty spring, it took off over the garden. Seconds later, there was another gaping hole in the fence. Now I'll never see it. Ne'er gaze upon the first spring cuckoo, darlings, Poodle Princess wailed melodramatically. Oh, stop being so dramatic. Oh, look, it's coming back, said Moggy Malone. Cuckoo, over here! Yoo-hoo! Cuckoo! Right on time, beamed the cuckoo happily. I think I'll write to the chimes, chuckled Rhubarb.